Hey, Shalawam, Shalawam. All right, we're going to turn towards the east, facing Jerusalem. All praises be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, which rule well and teach well in sincerity, taught us this truth. Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect, 144,000 men, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining themselves, keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes to the best of their ability. All right, it's your brother Yaramia Kazak back with hopefully another edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Wakaha Kadash. All right, and I'm going to get the brothers about 1 minute or two to get up in here, and then we will begin the lesson. The lesson today is going to be on Ephesians, the 2nd chapter. All right, so 1 minute and we will start.
Come on, this way. This way, come on. Come on. Now, what my question is how she know to put it on her shoulder? Because she kept doing that trying yesterday. Terry.
I'm doing a lesson.
Oh, you ain't started.
I already started.
Oh, let's go. Come on.
It's so funny. All right. Shalawam, Shalawam. I know, like you ain't started. I already started. Oh, mama watching the kids, man. You know, but it's a blessing, though. All right. Hey. First and foremost, I already did a salute, so let's get into it a little bit. Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi. 4 times for mercy. All right, giving praises up, giving blessings up to our power, Yahawah and Yahawashi. All right, always. Now let's get into it, man. All right, been about a minute, so let's get into it. This is Ephesians, the 2nd chapter, and we're going to do the whole chapter. All right. And you have he quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins. Now, immediately, let's get that word quicken. Okay.
Strong's G1 Alpha.
That ain't it. It ain't gonna show it up in here. A good definition of it. So we're gonna go to the Google and get the word quickened. All right. Right here. Quicken. To what? To make or become faster or quicker, stimulate or become stimulated. Now, more so, it means to make alive. Let's go to Halalyam and see what it's talking about. All right. Quickened. Yeah, perfect. Quicken. Come to life. Receive life. All right. Give life to. Return to life from the dead. So as you can see in the 1300s, that's when it, was known. This is the proper understanding of the word quicken. All right. So what did Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi do to us men? He has quickened us. He has brought us back to life. Who were dead in trespasses and sins. So we were dead in the world, but now we are alive in Hamashiach. Okay? So that's a very important part of this thing. Let's get 1 Corinthians 15 and 22, a precept. All right? For as in Adam all die, even so in Hamashiach shall all be made alive. So once again, we were quickened. We were made alive. We were brought to life through Yahawashi, Hamashiach. So that's a very important part of this thing, man. You know, and it more emphasizes the fact about order, that you have to come up under somebody. You have to come up under these men. Our elders were quickened. They were made alive. Then they quickened other men, right? They preached and teach. Then the Holy Spirit went into those men. All right, let's also get Revelations 3:20, because this is another way that Yahawashi has quickened us. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him. I will quicken him and will sup with him and he with me. So Yahawashi is going to quicken you. He's knocking at the door. Knock, knock, knock. Right? You have to let him in. Now, how is he knocking? Through his prophets, which are servants. Right? Amos 3:7. Surely Yahawah power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. So he's speaking through his men before that he has quickened. He has brought to life from the dead. Right? So those are a couple precepts to touch on Ephesians 2:1. Once again, and you have he quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins. So once again, we were dead in the world, but we are alive through Yahawashi HaMashiach. Verse 2, wherein in time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. Now, who is that? That is Satan, man. All right? We walked in that sense manner. Let's go get John 8:44 to precept that, to let you know. All right? Ye are of your father the devil, and lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So we used to walk in that way. We used to be in the world walking in lies, walking in manipulation, walking in worldly desires, trying to do this and do that, things of that nature, seeking after the so-called American dream, man. Brothers trying to get rich, trying to get a bitch, and trying to get a lick, whatever it is, right? You know what I'm saying? You was just trying to come up. Okay? So that's how it used to be. But we were what? We were quickened. So we were brought back from the dead. So let's read verse 2 again. Wherein in time past ye walked according to the course of this world. But we don't walk that way no more. So therefore, if you come into this truth, you cannot walk that way to the course of this world. Are you in the truth if you're walking in the way of the course of the world? No. You're going back into the congregation of the dead. All right? You're trying to keep up with the Joneses. You're worrying about everything that's going on in Hollywood and entertainment, and who got the best album out, and who's winning the NBA finals and playoffs. I couldn't tell you who's in the playoffs right now, but I see a little bit of the highlights on TikTok. I see a couple buzzer beaters and things of that nature, but I can't really tell you who's winning. All right? I'm not keeping up with that shit anymore. All right? And not to be overrighteous or nothing, but man, my mind is occupied on Yahawashi HaMashiach. Okay? More so than anything. I got a busy life. I got a busy schedule. So I those times where I would sit back and watch the game, watch football, watch basketball, I look at stats, look at who scored 30 tonight, who scored 40, whatever. I ain't really doing that. I'm putting my time into Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Khan, as the brother Yasharahla said, I could care less. Exactly. I could care less, man. It doesn't intrigue me anymore. And that's because I'm not walking to the course of this world. That's more so even when I normally used to come home, play the game. Now I'm feeling it where I don't even play the game as much. I'm trying to play the game, and then my spirit is just not intrigued by video games anymore as much as I used to be. And I used to be a heavy gamer. But lately, I'm just like, You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's just been it. I'm like, man, I just want to go to sleep to get another day past so we can get closer to getting up out of this place. All right. So once again, wherein in time past ye walked according to the course of this world. So Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi has quickened you. He's pulling the spirits of this world off of you. Now you have to help him by fasting, by praying, by reading the word. Let's get another precept. And we're going to hit a lot of precepts, man. If you new, I hope you are writing these precepts down, because these will be helpful and beneficial to you, man. This is Romans 10 and 17. So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of power. So how do you build your faith? By hearing, by reading, by getting the word, by taking it in. Okay? So you have to be diligent, and you have to constantly study and stay in the spirit. All right? You got to do what you're supposed to do. Therefore, you will get more faith. Faith ain't just going to come just because you know you're an Israelite now. No. What are you going to do about it? Okay? At the end of the day. Kind, brother. Yeah. Call of Duty. All of that. Hey, we offer that, man. You know, I mean, hey, we play from time to time, but that ain't what I'm seeing occupying my time. And I looked at myself the other day. I was like, damn, am I an adult now? I don't like video games like that no more. I'm like, dang, finally, at 32, I'm an adult. I'm not a kid anymore. My mindset is changing, man. All right. So keeping it going. According to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. So let's get Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Also, Genesis 4 and 17. Same like manner. Slakia 4 and 7. If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted. If thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over them. So, temptation is right there. Brothers know Ecclesiasticus 2 and 1. Temptation is right there at the door. It's waiting on you. It wants you to come and play with it. Right? If you just, fall off and go play with it. It's there. It's going to play with you. And it's going to feel good. But you have to keep fighting this flesh. You got to stay strong and turn to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi at the end of the day, man. Okay? Because the prince, let's go back to Ephesians. Once again. What? The prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. He wants to work in you. Spiritual demon Satan wants to work in you. All right? And his counterpart, the YT man, wants to work with you. Right? So let's keep it going. Verse 3. Among whom also we all had our conversation in times past in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others. We used to be joined hand in hand with this world. All right. And let me get you some of y'all brothers' precepts. This is John 6 and 63 coming from the brother Yasharahla. And it reads, it is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. That living water is not carnal. You can't literally go and grab that living water, but that living water is spiritual. It flows out of our bellies. All right? How brothers is dropping precepts in the comment board, that living water is flowing out of their bellies. These brothers are trying to help those that are looking, those that are reading, those that are partaking in this lesson. Right? Let me get Romans 12 and 2 from the brother Kawam. Romans 12 and 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of power. So when you become quickeneth, when you come back into life, you have to change. You have to make that effort at the end of the day. Okay? So back to Ephesians, the 2nd chapter and verse 4. But power, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us. He's everlasting mercy, as we also know. Let's get that. Okay? Psalms 105, no, Salakia, Psalms 105, for Yahawah is good. His mercy is everlasting, and his truth endureth to all generations. So it's never a time where Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi's truth is not going to be here. All right? It endureth to all generations. Therefore, it's men on the earth today with the truth. That 100% truth. All right? And they're bringing it out. And they're known by their fruits. They're known by them constantly bringing it out, constantly speaking it. Okay? Because Yahweh's mercy is everlasting. His mercy is rich. He is rich in mercy. So therefore, he's giving you a chance to get right with him at every time period, man. He's calling out to you if you would listen. Verse 5, even when we were dead in sins, we were not quickened, but we were dead in sins, hath quickened us together with Hamashiach. By grace you are saved. Okay, let's get a precept. Okay, let's get Philippians 2:2. Fulfill ye my joy that you be like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord, of one mind. We were quickened together. We were brought out of this world together. Certain men come in. A lot of men came in 2007. A lot of men came in 1994, 1993. Elder Apostle Gabar talks about his time, right? A lot of men came in 2000s. A lot of men came in 2019 to 2021, right? That was my lot coming in that time frame. So a group of men were quickened together, right? And that's a beautiful part of this thing, how Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi sends the spirit out like a garrison, and it goes and gathers the elect at that time frame. Now you have a lot of brothers coming in, but guess what? A lot of brothers are not going to stay, because even men that came in 07, some might have faded away and went back into the world. All right? So you could be quickened for a moment, and then you could go back into the world if you don't put forth that effort to maintain and to stay in this truth. You have to put forth the effort. Okay? Ephesians, once again, 2 and 5. Even when we were dead in sins, have quickened us together with Hamashiach. By grace ye are saved. All right? So don't put Hamashiach back on the cross, thinking that you saved through the laws. No. You are saved by Yahawashi's blood and by keeping the faith and putting forth works. Okay? In this period of grace. Because you sin every single day. And if you don't believe that, then you are a liar. Okay? If you have a wife and she's on her pee and you are in the bed with her, then you are sinning. All right? She's unclean. You don't supposed to be around her. You don't supposed to touch her. If she's cooking on her pee, then that's a sin. She's unclean. Okay? So you have to examine yourself, right? We are saved via grace, faith, and works, because this place is set up for us to break the laws. All right? There's so many other things, different fabrics. You have different fabrics in your boxers. Okay? So don't try to be over righteous and be like, yeah, law this, law that, I'm saved by the law. All right? You're going to die by the law. Okay? Verse 6. And have raised us up together and made us sit together in heavenly places in Hamashiach Yahawashi, that in the ages to come he might show the exceeding riches of his grace to his kindness towards us through Hamashiach Yahawashi. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of power. Okay? And faith is a gift. Everybody does not have it. You look at brothers and sisters in the world, they don't have faith in Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. They have faith in money, cars, clothes, women, houses, possessions, property. They have faith in other things that don't pertain to the Heavenly Father. They have put their faith in carnal means. They thinking that a Rolls Royce is going to save them. How? Is that going to get you? You're going to take that Rolls Royce and drive it up to the kingdom, bro? That Cullinan, whatever they call it, you're going to drive that to the kingdom? Okay? At the end of the day. This is 2nd Esdras 9 and 7 from the brother Kakuma. 2nd Esdras 9 and 7, and it reads, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed. Right? What did I say again? And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed. So, faith without works is dead. You have to put some effort into it. If you truly believe, then believe. All right? At the end of the day, show forth that you believe. Right? People that believe in Kobe Bryant, they go out and get a jersey, right? They go out and get a number 8 or they get a number 24. They show their faith in that player. It's idolatry, but they show their faith in that player. You believe more in Kobe Bryant than you believe in Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Right? Make it make sense, man. It's crazy, bro. Okay? Wait a minute. Yasharahla, can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Is the sound good? Y'all good? Sound good? It might be your phone. It might be your phone. All right, just shut down the app and bring it back. Salaki on that. All right, let me get that precept from the brother Kawam. Oh no, brother Kakuma. Revelations 14 and 13. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, write, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord, for henceforth, yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors and their works do follow them. Their what? Their works do follow them. So going along with it, we building up our treasures in heaven. All right? The things that we are doing in this life right now is to provide for us in the next life, to give us a place in the next life, to give us a certain rank and status in the next life. All right? At the end of the day, man. And that's a beautiful thing, because this life is not one that you want to settle down in and live in. As the brother Kawan posted earlier, Micah 2 and 10, this is not our rest. Arise and depart, for it will destroy you with a sword destruction. So this time and place is not where you want to have that white picket fence, right? This is not it. So if you actually visualize settling down and living your days out in Babylon, America, then you are sadly mistaken. You will actually go and be destroyed with this place and that dream. Your dreams, your hopes and dreams will be destroyed in this place. Okay? Back to Ephesians. And verse 9, not of works lest any man should boast, and meaning works of the law, like the Pharisees, how they were doing. They were like, oh, I keep the law, well, Paul boasted, and he didn't boast, but he said, if I wanted to, I could keep the law better than any of y'all. Understanding that. So it's not about works of the law. Okay? Understanding that. You're not going to get out of here because you wear your fringes 24/7. That's not what it is, man. All right? Hey, keep it straight. Keep a tight rope. If they talking crazy in the comments, block their ass. All right? Verse 10. For we are his workmanship, created in Hamashiach Yahawashi unto good works, which power hath before ordained that we should walk in them. Before ordained. So let's get a precept. This is Ephesians 1 and 5. Having predestinated us unto the adoption of children by Yahawashi Hamashiach to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will. So let's go back and read the other one. Right? Verse Ephesians 2 and 10. For we are his workmanship, created in Hamashiach Yahawashi unto good works, which power has before ordained that we should walk in them. So we've been preordained. We've been predestinated to do this. The men that are actually walking and teaching and preaching and moving and doing the correct works, they were predestinated. You were already set up for this lot. and you just had to walk in it. The spirits of the prophets are subject unto the prophets. So you just had to walk in this lot at the end of the days. As the same thing that was told to Daniel spiritually was told to us. All right. We knew, in a sense, before we had to walk in our lot at the end of the days. That's why you got brothers walking in their lot at the end of the days. That's why you see precepts on the comment board. That's why you see precepts. That's why you see brothers getting at scoffers and correcting these brothers and rebuking these brothers. This is why we move how we move in one accord, one mind, one body, one band, one sound. And band goes to the word camp, company. All right. At the end of the day, it's all camps. You have all these different type of camps. You got wicked camps because you are in the congregation of the dead. And then you have righteous camps, the congregation of the living. All right. And kind of Daniel 12 and 13, stand in your lot at the end of the day. So, y'all could go read that. Now, keeping it going, Ephesians 2 and 11. Wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles, Hellenized. We were Hellenized in America as Americans. Hellenized in Haiti. Hellenized in Jamaica. Hellenized in Trinidad. Hellenized in Puerto Rico. Hellenized in Mexico. All right, wherever we dwell as Israelites, Hellenized. We lived and went after wicked customs. We were Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision. In the flesh made by hands, that at the time ye were without Hamashiach. And who is without Hamashiach? Those that deny the elders, those that deny Yahawashi Hamashiach, those that deny the order, those that deny the body. You are rejecting the body, therefore the body will reject you. So therefore, in Jacob's trouble, you will be without Hamashiach, man. Exactly, brother. Those brothers marveled after the beast. That out of order type spirit that these men have on them, it's a Esau type spirit. You don't want to do right. You're Cain. Just do right, bro. You'll be accepted. Right? At the end of the day. But you want to scoff and mock at the true men of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. So let's read that one more time. That at that time ye were without Hamashiach, being aliens. These brothers want to continue to be aliens. You want to alienate yourself from the true men of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope and without power in the world. So you're going to be hopeless. You're going to be stranded. You're going to be desperate. But now in Hamashiach Yahawashi, ye who sometimes were far off are made nigh by the blood of Hamashiach. For he is our peace, and who have made both one and have broken down the middle wall of partition between us, having abolished in this flesh the enmity, even the law of commandments contained in ordinances, for to make in himself of twain one new man, so making peace, and that he might reconcile, we're going to get that word, both unto power in one body by the cross, having slain the enmity thereby. And enmity is basically a division, separating yourself, pushing yourself away, a separation. So Yahawashi has destroyed that and allowed us brothers that were preordained to go and dwell and to be, in that sense, back with Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, man. All right. Now to reconcile completely, to reconcile back again, bring back a former state of harmony. That's your pop. To bring back a former state of harmony. So it's a family reunion. That's what it is with us, man. We reunite, we rejoining the body. We getting back with Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Enmity also represents hostility. Tension. All right. Conflict. You don't supposed to have no conflict with the body. You don't supposed to have no hostility, no tension with the body. You're supposed to be in one. We supposed to be working together like a well-oiled machine. All right. That's what the Heavenly Father wants. Now, if you're not in that sense, then you're not with it, bro. You honestly don't get it. Okay. So let's go to verse 17. And we almost done. And came and preached peace to you, which were afar off, and to them that were not. For through him we both have access by one Spirit unto the Father. So, through who? Yahawashi. All right. Now let's get that. Let's get a precept. He is the mediator. This is 1 Timothy 2 and 5. For there is one power and one mediator between power and men, the man Hamashiach Yahawashi. So that's who's standing in the way. That's who's standing in the gap to bring you back to the Heavenly Father. If you deny him, you're not going to get brought back. All right? You're going to have to feel death by pain because you denied the king. You didn't stand boldly for the king. You denied your opportunity to get back to the Father. So you didn't want to reconcile. You wanted to continue in enmity, continue in hostility, tension towards the body. How you going to deny the king, man? All right? For you wicked Israelites that deny the king and you deny the men that he sent. You deny Paul. You deny these men that he's raised up. You deny the elders of Great Millstone and affiliates. All right? You deny these men. So therefore, you are against the body, man. All right? Verse 19. Now, therefore, ye are no more strangers and foreigners. This is talking to the elect, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of power. Now, this is talking to the elect, not all. It's qualifications to be met, as we just said, and are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets. We are going into the labors of those men. Yahawashi HaMashiach himself being the chief cornerstone, in whom all the building fitly, Salakia, framed together, groweth unto an holy temple in the Lord, Yahawashi HaMashiach. So, at the end of the day, 144,000 bricks, as Revelations, the 21st chapter, will let you know. In whom ye also are built together for an habitation of power through the Spirit. All right. So this whole chapter, to summarize it, is we were brought out of the dead. We were quickened, made alive, and brought back into this everlasting life, brought into this truth. Yahawashi being our mediator to that everlasting body. So we were given that opportunity to get that everlasting life, that everlasting body, and be joined again unto this body, man. All right. So really, we just, it's like our invitation, it's our invitation. It's like Yahawashi is like, okay, I'm choosing you brothers. All right. I'm pulling you brothers, but you got to do your part, because without no works, you ain't going to make it. So make your call into the election sure. All right. So stand up on your feet and do what you're supposed to do. Cry out loud. Tell the people their sins. Tell the people their transgressions. That's Isaiah 58 and 1, loosely quoting. So do what you're supposed to do, man. And make it known that you want to join the body. Make it known that there's no enmity in you. Make it known that you got the right intentions, right? At the end of the day, man. So, hey, I hope this was an edifying lesson. A little quick hit. All right. Ephesians, the 2nd chapter that concludes it. I'm going to turn to the east. And being sincere, I'm going to turn to the east and face Jerusalem. All praises be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, which rule well and teach well and sincerely taught us his truth. And Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect. Ahtham to you, brothers, for all the precepts and input that y'all dropped, supporting the lesson. All right. The water. I ain't addressed none of them scoffers, man. I saw y'all had them. They was down there talking. But scoffers get even madder when you don't even address them. That's why I just let their ass be. But it was a lot of them I saw. But hey, man, with that being said, as always, Kwam Yasharahla and a Baba ball to this wicked kingdom. May this bitch fall soon. Until next time, Yahawah Tazah. Get up back up on here tomorrow, man, and put another one out. All right, Shalawam to you, brothers. Stay safe. Keep enduring and keep the faith. Shalawam. Shalawam.